Alert Chief Meteorologist Jamie Arnold.
Well, if you have the WNBF First Alert Weather app, you were the first to know that we saw Tropical Storm Erin developing earlier this morning, and it is way out here. Now, here we are in Myrtle Beach in the East Coast. We got to take you all the way over here to the other side of the Atlantic, closer to the African coast. And that right there, that is Tropical Storm Erin. Winds right now at 45 miles per hour. Moving to the west at 20, and that's a pretty standard forecast as we head through the next couple of days. Generally due west at a pretty good clip, and then also gaining intensity, and now forecast to become the first hurricane of the season, likely reaching hurricane status by Wednesday. And look at what happens by the time we get into Saturday. North of the Caribbean islands here potentially is a major Category 3 hurricane with winds at 115 miles per hour. Now again, this is the forecast through Saturday. What everybody wants to know about is what happens beyond Saturday. Let's break that down for you here, because there's a couple of scenarios we're going to be watching, all depending on a big area of high pressure off to the north. Hurricanes and tropical storms tend to sort of follow the outline of these areas of high pressure. Now, if this area of high pressure is fairly strong, or a little bit weaker rather, then it is most likely to find a little bit of a weakness in that area of high pressure, and that would tend to turn Erin off to the north, well east of the east coast of the U.S. and the Carolinas. And you can see quite a few models are showing that. On the flip side, though, if that area of high pressure is considerably stronger, that would tend to force Erin further to the south and continue on more of a westward track. Obviously, that would be more of a concern for us. It's the least likely scenario at this point, but it is still possible. And as we do every hurricane season, you know the drill. Just keep checking back with us, maybe once a day on your app, on air, online, just to make sure we're not seeing any dramatic changes with that forecast. To Erin. Back here at home, there's another look at 501 on a very wet afternoon. Some water on the roads out there as heavy rain continues to come down, especially through Conway. Moderate rain now in Carolina Forest, but a lot of that steadier and heavier rain is missing the beaches. But we are going to stay unsettled this evening, then again as we head into the day tomorrow. But the good news is, once we get past tomorrow and another day of active showers and storms, notice how we start a nice drying trend with rain chances dropping to just 20 to 30% as we head through the rest of the week into the weekend and early next week. And as we start to see those rain chances diminishing, well, it's back to typical August. We're going to see more sunshine. More sunshine means more heat, and that is pretty typical for August. We're talking the 90s making a comeback. We're talking about the heat index over 100 making a comeback. So if you enjoyed this kind of cool, damp spell for the last week or so, well, it's coming to an end.
And as far as Erin's concerned, just keep checking back.
That's what we have to do. Yeah. That's hurricane season on the East Coast. Right. You know, just keep checking back. Don't sleep on anything. Nothing to panic about. But we're going to keep you updated every single day.
Very good. You know we will. Of course, as we do keep an eye on Erin, make sure you have that WNBF First Alert weather app downloaded, ready to go on your phone. As Jamie mentioned, it was the first local weather app to tell you about the tropical storm forming. The weather app is also the best way to stay informed. In fact, we put all kinds of essential information right there at your fingertips in the event of any storm impacting the Grand Strand, the PD.